This morning in studio, we are joined by Braun of Genesis House. Welcome here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for coming in to talk about the start of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which goes all November long, and it's a busy, busy month for you guys at Genesis House.
It is. It's a super busy month. We kick off the month November 7th with a film screening in Altona, Rustic Oracle, and really that one, the focus is on the MMIWG, Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls.
I appreciate you elaborating on that. What exactly is this film screening about, and how can people attend if they would like?
The film screening is specifically the story behind the movie is that a young teenage girl goes missing, an Indigenous girl, and how her mother and sister cope with that and try to sound alarm bells and try to get something happening. And so it isn't a true story, but it is a real experience that many families in our province and across Canada have been through. And so what we really want is to start a dialogue. So there will be a bit of a panel discussion after the film, and really wanting to see people come out. There's no charge to attend. It's going to be in Altona at the Exchange, and there will be popcorn. And so, we really just want to start having a conversation about what this looks like and really how unacceptable it is in our country that this should be happening.
Power of the PJs also goes on all month long. How does that all work?
Yeah, Power of the PJs we've been doing for a number of years, and most of the shelters across the province do it as well. Because we don't have a storefront, it works so very well that the libraries have agreed to support us by having the drop-off depots. So South Central Regional Library in our region, you can catch almost in all small communities as well, and you can drop off pajamas, any size, women's, children's. We need it all. We need about 70 pairs of women's and about 70 pairs of kids. And so it's just fantastic that they're willing to do that. And everyone that comes to shelter, we can at least provide a pair of pajamas.
And then next up is the Peace Begins at Home hockey games. 2 of the hockey teams within the Pembina Valley are supporting you guys.
Yes, that's right. The Pembina Valley Hawks will play November 10th, and that will be a support game for Genesis House around that Peace Begins at Home, and we'll be there to provide you a sticker that says Peace Begins at Home, as well as the Winkler Flyers November 22nd, and they will wear the jerseys during the warm-up, and same idea. When you arrive, we'll offer you that sticker, and really just to show your support by wearing that sticker, that you are aware of domestic violence, and trying to reach a demographic that we might not otherwise reach.
I was going to say, what does it mean to have the sporting community support you in this way?
Oh, it's fantastic. As a matter of fact, the Winkler Flyers, for the last number of years, has also participated in an education session prior to the hockey game. So that's awesome to be able to particularly talk to young men about domestic violence and about consent and what consent looks like in a relationship. And these are things that historically haven't always been talked about, and probably not talked about so much in a boys' locker room.
They're very at a very influential age.
Yes, and to actually just be putting forward the question, what does consent look like? Somebody that's asleep cannot consent. Somebody that is under the influence of alcohol or drugs cannot consent. So hearing nothing does not mean yes. So it's a very good conversation, and I'm so glad that the team is supported by their leadership to take part both in the hockey game, but also in that education session.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big event for Genesis House is the Masquerade Gala.
Yes. The Unmasking Domestic Violence happens November 17th, and this one is purely a fun event. There is some educational components during the event, but primarily it is there to have a wonderful dinner, some music, likely some dancing, a chance to wear something from old Hollywood. So if you feel like, dolling yourself up and looking glamorous, or getting that suit that looks like you're coming from the 40s, this is the night for you. And there will be some awesome prizes, and it's at the Morden Access Event Center.
Ticket-wise, how can people get them, and what do they cost?
They're on Eventbrite. They're $100 a ticket, and on any of our social media. If you follow us on social media, it will be popping up pretty much daily, and that's also where you'll catch a glimpse of what some of the prizes might be. And I'm always astounded at how generous the community is and how creative the prize packages are that come through.
And the dress for the event, do you have yours? Can we get a sneak peek what it looks like?
I do have mine, and I think looks kind of old Hollywood. However, it's not feathers, but it's got something like leaves.
Okay.
It's black, of course. Everything's always black. And I did happen to pick up the most beautiful wrap that at a thrift store.
Perfect.
And I bought it years ago, and I thought, one day this is going to come in handy. And this year it will be.
The way many men keep a scrap piece of wood because they may need it someday.
Just maybe.
You get a sash, you may need it someday.
And actually, I like this wrap so much, I would like to wear it every day, but I would look ridiculous. So I will like to wear it this night, and I would like to keep it on all night, but I will have to take it off. And because if I want to dance, it might slow me down.
Yeah, you got to get on the dance floor. And if people want to learn any more about any of these events that we've just mentioned, where can they find more information?
They can check our website, genesishouseshelter.ca. Any of our social media, we are on Facebook as well as Instagram. And if you see something there and you just have more questions, you can reach out either by a phone call or there's a chat feature actually on our website.
Perfect. Ange, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, I'm Nicole Clausen. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have something you'd like to share with the Pembina Valley, we'd love to have you on the morning show. Send us an email at news@PembinaValleyOnline.com. And remember, like this video and share it with your friends.